Thank you.
Recognize.
Thank you. This is so important. And I welcome the witnesses and look forward to their testimony. But the Overcriminalization Task Force finally focuses today on what is the most critical failing of our nation's criminal justice system: the continuing prevalence of racism as evidenced by a federal charging and sentencing regime that clearly discriminates against people of color. Now, racism has permeated our nation's history since the beginning. The Constitution, of course, referred to slaves as 3/5 of a man. The Civil War was fought to abolish slavery. And then Jim Crow raised its ugly head, and the segregation and tactics that followed are a matter of fact. We're now approaching the 60th anniversary of Brown versus the Board of Education, which struck down separate but equal as the law of the land. And just last year, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington and the passage of the Civil Rights Act. As a nation, we have come so far. We like now to think that our justice is colorblind, that our system is race neutral, but whether overt or subconscious, the vestiges of racism are still reflected in our federal criminal justice system, and it is all the more insidious for it. That is because criminal justice is meted out by human beings with human failings, including bias. No longer does Jim Crow and overt racism rule the day, but rather coded phrases such as policing high crime areas and stop and frisk policies are the norm, and combined with mandatory minimums so expertly referred to by our colleague, Mr. Scott, and stacking and enhancement penalties and the so-called 3 strikes statutes. It is these concepts that disproportionately affect communities of color, drawing more and more people into an antagonistic and unforgiving criminal justice system.